12:41. We have some texts. We have some calls on hold. I just wanted to throw one other thing in. The ratings were in for Jason Kelce's first late night show, which is taped at, of course, Union Transfer over there. And you had Charles Barkley was on that night, right?
Yep.
Who else was on? He had a couple of guests, but the show really got panned by everybody, and it had very few viewers. It only had 290,000 viewers, and they compared it to that same time slot in other years. No matter what was on, had many more viewers at that time. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean that he's losing his mojo a little bit with the public?
I guess it depends on what the goal of the show is. See, I thought the goal, too, was for them to generate viral content from it for social media. Like, they're less concerned about it on the actual live television broadcast, and it's going to be all clipped and shared. And can you go back? You could probably go back and watch it on demand, too, right? Is that the...
Yeah, I was reading all the reviews. Now, maybe these media people are haters anyway. Because he's gotten so big that there's probably some resentment, but nobody had it. They said it was sophomoric and it wasn't really interesting at all. But whatever.
Did you see who was the announcer?
His wife is the announcer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Who somehow already has
amazing
one of the most downloaded podcasts.
It is a pretty interesting phenomenon.
By the way, zucchini bread was good. Thank you for the recommendation.
You went down and had a slice of zucchini bread?
Now you've opened up a whole other door here.
Yeah.
Whether you like zucchini bread or not, you have no qualms about not knowing who made it.
Someone else's zucchini bread?
Nope.
You don't know what their kitchen's like.
I've been starving.
You don't know if they have cats that walk all over the countertops. You don't know if they wash their hands.
Cats.
Listen, you can worry yourself all day long. You can freak out, or you can just say free food.
Ray is his own man. He's another guy with no flex. It's like, I'm Ray, and I do what Ray does.
There's free food down the hall. That's what I heard.
If it's free, it's for me. That's
I didn't hear, oh, my goodness, there might be a cat that walked over the place with, no.
Yeah, I got a confession to make. You know what I had for breakfast today? I normally don't have breakfast. I stopped at a gas station and had a gas station hot dog.
Oh, my God.
Now, is that a violation?
Dude, for being like such a food connoisseur, you will eat anything.
Well, no, it's not that I eat anything. I need something. Like when I'm hungry in the morning, I was really looking for a breakfast sandwich. And so I didn't have time to actually go to a place for breakfast. I was on my way to where I had dropped my dog off at daycare. I had to come in. So I stopped on the way here. There was a Sunoco gas station that had like a mini mart. And I go in there, and I was looking for a breakfast sandwich. And every breakfast sandwich they had in there that you could microwave had egg in it. So I needed some meat. And there they were, the glistening hot. Let me tell you something. You can't go wrong with a gas station hot dog. You just can't go wrong. It is a very underrated food product.
Now I'm going to get killed for this. I'm going to get killed.
You can't go wrong with the gas station hot dog.
You cannot go wrong with a gas station hot dog. For the price of a gas station hot dog, usually you can get 2 for $3. They're awesome. And they're nice and fat hot dogs, too. They're not cheap hot dogs. They're good hot dogs. And you can get like a hot sausage or like they got them on the turner, you know? See, the thing is, it turns the hot dogs.
I'm going to open up the door here to get slammed by our listeners. I can't tell you the last time I ate a hot dog. A hot dog is a disgusting item.
Well, of course.
That's not surprising at all.
Of course, Mr. Health would never eat a hot dog.
What the hell is in a hot dog?
Who cares?
See, you spend too much time worrying.
It's good. It's good tasting. Have you ever had a Slim Jim?
Not since like college. It's nasty.
It's beneath you, Bill. See, this is Bill with the Marion quarter zip telling us he played at Pinehurst and he's never had a gas station. It goes right in line with your elitist thing. James in Old City joins us. What's up, James?
Yo, I'm on Bill's side, man. I haven't had a hot dog since 2007.
Well, smell you, Mr. Health Man. I'm sorry.
Mike, that's a white trash.
I'm sorry. I like a gas station hot dog every now and then.
Hey, listen to me, man. Bill's a big obsessed with the Giants, right? I think Joe Shane, you know what he is? He's bodysuit man. Remember bodysuit man, George? He can't get fired. He can't get fired. He's trying to get fired. How do you not get fired?
I get it. What else did Costanza do? He took the championship trophy.
He took Babe Ruth's uniform and put strawberry stains all over it.
Babe Ruth's uniform, and he drugged the trophy in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's Joe Shane.
There you go. That's pretty good, James.
Unbelievable. But listen, man, Mike, I'll make you. First of all, I think Hurts is going to play.
Okay.
But I'll bet you right now, we'll bet a loaf of bread or we'll do something for charity. If he doesn't, which I know he will, but if he, God forbid, he doesn't play, they'll win this game.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to bet against the Eagles in a
Nothing.
bet. What do you mean they're going to win the game? You mean to tell me a backup quarterback beats the Packers? Come on, dude.
Of course. Who are the Packers? You know what the Packers' record is against the Eagles and the Lions?
You're being provincial. You're being a fanboy.
No, I'm not, Mike.
Come on,
Mike,
James.
Mike, who are the three worst
James, you really have faith that Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee's going to win a playoff game against the Packers? Seriously?
Yes. You know why?
Why?
Mike,
why?
What did we say all year? That Saquon should be the MVP, right? He was a legitimate candidate, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, he's playing.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
What do you
He's
think?
the most valuable player.
You think Green Bay wouldn't know that? Would they dare the quarterback to beat him with his arm? Like, what do you think? They're stupid?
Receivers in the entire league. This team's like Megatron. We're good. We're set.
All right.
Mike, let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yeah.
Who are the three worst, off the top of your head, like three terrible, also real quick, favorite vegetable, Swiss chard. I like Swiss chard.
Oh, I'm a fan of Swiss chard. A little olive oil and garlic in the pan?
Yeah, I
I
could
do
do that.
cannellini beans and tomatoes.
There you go. I like it.
But anyway, listen, Mike, the three worst, if I can think of, the quarterbacks ever win the Super Bowl was like Brad Johnson and Dilfer and
Foles.
No. I'm just saying. But anyway, they all had in common. They had the whole
Stop it. Your rationalization. Nonsense.
Yeah.
Tanner McKee, Kenny Pickett's going to beat the Packers because the Packers are just not going to be able to stop them. Come on now.
Look, it's a moot point. Hurts is playing.
All right.
I'm not going to get sucked into this. Now, if he doesn't practice tomorrow, I will sound the alarm.
Tell you, Mike, I never had gas station hot dog in my life.
Now,
good for you.
When I was a kid, my grandfather loved the Home Depot hot dog. So I did have those when I was a kid. But now that I'm an adult, no.
My buddies and I are hot dog connoisseurs. Sometimes we'll have a get-together where we'll sample like 5 gourmet hot dogs.
What exactly is a gourmet
hot dog is something you get at a specialty store. You can look up gourmet hot dogs. You can send away for the mail order.
See, that maybe I could get behind. Because it's not just your typical trash. I could probably get behind the gourmet
It is your typical trash. It's just a higher level of trash.
I don't know. I'll have to see it.
Wait, are you an un-American? When you go to the ballpark, you don't have a hot dog?
I'll do a sausage.
That's actually the right call at Citizens Bank Park. I'll be honest. That sandwich is the best they got.
Yeah, I get it. Sausage and peppers, I get it.
Yeah.
I get the sausage and peppers. But a ballpark hot dog, you don't like?
Boiled?
Oh, come on, man. You're un-American. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Rematch of the opener. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles get set for a rematch of the season opener in Brazil as they prepare to play the Packers. Nick Sirianni met with the media on Monday, talked about how despite the fact the Eagles won that game, the Packers are a different team now.
From game 1 to game 18, everyone's a different team. Now, obviously, there's things that are staples that have been good for them that remain the same, but, there's a lot of changes and a lot of differences.
Different team or not, the Packers will be the opponent on Sunday at 4:30 at Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles return to the practice field tomorrow, where we hope to get an update on Jalen Hurts. He returns from concussion protocol after Sirianni said he had no new info on his quarterback on Monday. Elsewhere, Joel Embiid missed last night's games. The 76ers fell 109-99 to the Suns. The Flyers return to the ice tonight against the Toronto Maple Leafs at 7 o'clock. You can hear the game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update's also brought to you by the Electrical Workers Local 269 and the Electrical Training Alliance. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 269 will be accepting applications starting January 1st until March 31st at IBEW269.com. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the 76ers and the Flyers, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
be worried about whether he's going to be okay. In a little bit, we're going to go over the concussion protocol, about whether he had the concussion protocol that he has to still get through in order to be proclaimed ready to play. And it's a lot more stringent than you think. And so I don't know if Sirianni is not commenting on it because he's not ready, or he's not commenting on it because he knows he's ready and he just doesn't want to give any competitive advantage to the opposition. But I'm worried. A lot of people aren't. Ray, Bill, they're not worried. I don't think they beat the Packers if Jalen Hurts does not play. That's my biggest worry.
I agree with you on that point. If Jalen doesn't play, I don't think they win the game. But I'm still pretty confident that he's going to play this week, and that once he gets on the practice field tomorrow, we're going to hear after that he's cleared, and this will be a moot point by Thursday.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
I hope you're right. If it's a moot point by Thursday, I'll go, I gave you worry for no reason. And I'll apologize to the people for putting them through worry.
However, there's another worry that is associated with it.
What's that?
That he hasn't practiced in a couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
There's the rust factor.
Yeah.
He only played 5 minutes against Washington. Obviously didn't play against the Cowboys or the Giants. And he hasn't practiced since that Washington game.
I see where you're going with this. Green Bay gets out to a 10-0 lead, and all of a sudden they're rusty and it takes a while for them to get their legs. How much can they then dominate the game with their running game?
That could be the concern. And I think he's going to be fine, assuming he gets a full week of practice. This guy's been playing football his entire life. 2 weeks shouldn't change that. But that is a valid concern of fans. I don't think the valid concern is McKay or Pickett has to win this game. I think the more valid concern is Jalen going to be a little bit rusty if the Packers decide we're going to take away the run, we're going to try to load the box. Now, no team's been really able to do that successfully, but if they make that decision in this football game, and now you have to rely on Jalen beating you with his arm, which he showed he can do, but is he a little bit rusty in that area? That would be a valid concern.
There's a lot of people like to do this quarterback-coach matchup, the playoffs. Yeah, this team has this quarterback, that coach. Does your team have the better? So let's just play that out for silliness. Sirianni Hurts versus LaFleur Love.
This is tough, man, because you look at Matt LaFleur. He's got a .670 career winning percentage in the regular season. Sirianni's at .706. Both extremely good. LaFleur's 3-4 in the playoffs. Sirianni's 2-3. But LaFleur hasn't won a playoff game outside of the wild card round last year to the Cowboys since 2020. So I think if we're looking at the coaches, as good of a coach as Matt LaFleur is, if we're just basing it off of recent success, I think I got to give the edge to Sirianni once I dove into these numbers. And the same thing for Jalen Hurts.
I'm shocked that it took you that long to get to Sirianni.
I think LaFleur's a really good coach.
Right. Let me ask you this, since you're a big Love fan. Is Love higher on your list than Hurts?
Go to the other part of that pairing, you'll get the reason why I'd probably take the Packers duo.
Because of LaFleur.
Yeah.
You think there's a bigger gap between LaFleur and Sirianni, and maybe Love and Hurts is a wash for you?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you say it's a wash, because I know you like Love.
But I also really like Hurts.
Okay.
So looking at their records, Jalen Hurts, 46-20 in his career, 2-3 in the playoffs. Jordan Love, 18-15 in his career, 1-1 in the playoffs. This season, Jordan Love averaged 226 a game. Really didn't run the ball, had like 4 yards a game, 5 yards a game. Jalen, 194 yards per game in the air, and you add on 42 yards per game on the ground, and he's got 32 total touchdowns. I think you got to give the edge to Jalen just based off of their track record.
All right. It's 1 o'clock. You're listening to WPEN and WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. All right. Before we get back to the phones, before we get into the text board, earlier in the show, we talked about the concussion protocol. A lot of people just know those two words, concussion protocol. They don't really know what goes into the concussion protocol and what these players actually have to pass through in order to be declared ready to play. So let's dig into what Jalen Hurts is currently going through. Bill Colarulo doing us the honors.
Okay, this is the concussion protocol on the NFL.com website. So phase 1, symptom-limited activity. Basically, they don't let him do anything. I think we'll all agree he's outside of that phase. Phase 2, aerobic exercise. Under direct oversight of the team's medical staff, the player should begin a graduated...
what is that, treadmill?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Graduated cardiovascular exercise. So let's assume he's out of that. Number 3, the third phase, football-specific exercise. He's allowed to participate in sport-specific exercise for 30 minutes or less.
Throwing the football to a teammate for 15, running side to side, and releasing the ball on the run, stuff like that.
I believe so.
Okay.
Because then in phase 4, it talks about the player continues the cardiovascular, they continue the strength and balance training, the team-based sport-specific, but then they also can now participate in non-contact football activities, and the example it gives here is the throwing, catching, and running.
Okay.
So phase 4 is probably throwing the football.
Okay.
Now, we know that Jalen was at the walkthrough on Saturday. Mm-hmm. It was reported that he did some activity. We don't know the full extent. So there's a chance he's out of phase 4. There's a chance he's still in phase 4. But for him to fully clear the concussion protocol, that means you got to get to phase 5, which is essentially a full practice, and you don't have any issues following the full practice.
And that will happen tomorrow?
Correct.
Okay.
That's the hope. The hope is he practices in full.
He practices tomorrow. Thursday announce he's ready to go.
That is the hope. That is the expectation.
Right. I'm a little worried. Let's go back to the phones. Ryan in the Northeast. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Ryan.
What's going on, guys? Mike,
you,
I
Ryan?
agree with you on zucchini. I agree with you on zucchini.
Totally overrated. Really. Yeah. Now I make it with a little a homemade tomato sauce with a little onion, garlic sautéed, and that's how I have my zucchini. Otherwise, it's useless.
Although I do like the flour, zucchini flour.
Yeah. See, I don't understand the zucchini flour.
Like fried zucchini
I really
flour.
do. I know they dip it in a batter, they fry it up. Zucchini flour. It's an Italian thing.
Yeah, it was nice up the street when we were at the Italian parish. Carini used to make them.
Yeah.
She fry them up and give them
the flour does nothing for me, but I get it. I know a lot of people have made the flour.
So I was talking to another host, and he pretty much convinced me that Notre Dame's going to win resoundingly, is what I was told at night on your station.
Oh, is that Kevin Cooney?
I don't want to mention names.
Well, of course.
Friday
Kevin Cooney is Mr. Notre Dame for reasons that are unclear to me. Like his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was an Irish fan, and so it filtered that through. That's a good reason.
He was pretty convincing as to why we should be Notre Dame fans.
Well, first of all, if he's convincing, he's a fool because it's going to be a close game. I just think that Notre Dame is just a tad better than Penn State in this particular situation because Penn State does not have the wide receivers that can really define a game against a really good defense.
Agreed. I do think the Eagles have a shot.
A shot to do what? He evaporated. Of course they have a shot. They're favored if Hurts plays. And if he doesn't play, I would think it would be a pick 'em. So a lot of people would still think he'd be able to win with a backup quarterback.
I don't know. I would think if Hurts doesn't play, I think the Packers would be favored.
Really?
Yeah. That's a tough ask, man.
Well,
Packers are a good team.
They got a home field advantage. That's why I said, again, the benefit of the doubt, I'll go as low as a pick 'em. Let's go to John in Delaware. John, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. John.
Mike, so you haven't tried grilling the zucchini with a little barbecue sauce?
Yeah, I do that, but it's bland. It's like the zucchini. And I'll tell you something else. Eggplant is overrated. I've grilled both of them. I get it. You have to have some kind of sauce on it. They're tasteless.
Right, but here's the thing. Like, if you're really into health and nutrition, you can fill up on the zucchini, right? Because for people that like to eat, right?
Yeah, it's all right. It doesn't, to me, it's overrated.
It's a little overrated, but it has the value that, like peas, right?
I love peas.
love peas, right? I eat peas with
I
everything.
love peas.
Little pea soup.
I'm a big pea fan.
Peas with burger and ketchup? Bet you haven't tried that.
Peas with burger and what?
Ketchup.
Burger? What do you mean burger?
A burger instead of the bread. See, it's kind of like a vegan thing, but you cheat and have some meat once in a while.
Wait.
Right?
You can't say that's a vegan thing and you put a burger on
You
it
put the peas on top of a hamburger, put ketchup on top of that?
and call it vegan.
The hell's that? That sounds like a mess to me.
I'm not calling it vegan. I'm just saying, when you have a vegan diet, but you cheat and have some burger, and you save the carbs.
Yeah, I get that saving of the carbs. I don't get the peas over the burger with ketchup. But then move on with your Jalen Hurts point here, John.
All right. Well, he's not going to have to throw a whole lot anyway. He throws 20 times a game, blah, blah, blah. The being rusty, right? He's not all that accurate anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. I think the bigger deal is you bet the game now, you can get 4.5, right? With the Packers. Then if they announce he doesn't play,
so you would bet the Packers.
oh yeah, I'd take the 4.5 all day long right now. Right? But then when the line moves, then you go with the Eagles.
Yeah, suppose it doesn't move and Hurts plays. And then you're screwed because
No,
the Eagles win the game of more than 4.5.
Yeah, they're still not going to cover 4.5.
All right, let me play Give Me Three with you. Baltimore Ravens. Give me 3 Ravens that stick out in your head.
Oh my gosh, that can't play now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like Ray Lewis,
Yeah, pretty good one.
Joe Flacco,
That's a good one.
Jamal Lewis.
That's not bad. Jamal Lewis is excellent. They're that I would say that they're the A answers that he just gave.
No.
What?
You're missing a Hall of Famer.
Who?
Ed Reed.
Oh, Ed Reed. Oh, you can't do wrong though with Ray Lewis, Joe Flacco, and Jamal Lewis.
No, they're
Come on,
good.
man.
But Ed Reed, I think, has got to be on the list.
You think?
It's a Hall of Famer.
Over a quarterback and a running back?
Flacco's not a Hall of Fame guy. I know he's a local guy.
Super Bowl winner.
Audubon's own.
610-632-0975 back after this.
It's time for Birds Playoff Conversation.
Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's get to the text board. We haven't visited the text board in a while, and it's funny when you bring up weird topics, more people respond to those weird topics, especially on the text board. And so we have a lot of food takes. I don't know. I've admitted that I like a gas station hot dog. I've been excoriated for it.
Oh, yeah.
And I admit that the zucchini is the most overrated vegetable, even though it's kind of an Italian vegetable.
Yeah.
And it's overrated because it's so easy to grow. You plant a couple seeds, all of a sudden you get these big, long leaves. And, oh, look at my zucchini. It grows like crazy, but you can't do anything with it. At the end of the day, you have too much zucchini for what you can use.
But you like an eggplant, right?
No, I'll eat eggplant. I think eggplant's also overrated.
Because
There's
similar.
not much you can do with eggplant.
A little eggplant parm.
Well, let's see. What'd you do with it? You parmed it.
So I think
you had to parm it to get some taste out of it.
My grandmother used to make zucchini and eggplant, bread it, very thin breading, and then fry it very lightly.
Yeah.
That's good.
I do the fried eggplant as well, but again, you have to doctor it with a breadcrumb mix.
But you could do that with zucchini, too.
Yeah, I get it, but it's not worth it.
Little zucchini fries. You could do that.
There's an idea.
Yeah.
Let's go to text board.
But a hot dog from a gas station is okay.
A hot dog from a gas station is a supremely underrated food item. Quality dogs that are put on that grill. Go ahead, Ray. What do you got?
All right, we'll start with your shot at carrot cake because someone just want to let you know that they are livid about it. The carrot cake rules. Going to the hot dog from the gas station. Gas station hot dogs and pizza are for when you leave the bar at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Pizza, yes. I would never get pizza at a gas station place, but a dog is just a hot dog that they're grilling.
PJ from Freehold, good thing I just finished my lunch because I've been dry heaving for the last minute while Mike talked about gas station hot dogs. Disgraceful. And then, Bill, we got a recommendation for you to get a real hot dog. We'll get you to that place. Let's see. The best hot dogs ever at baseball games, not from a gas station. People still checking in. Ralph from Mississippi wants you to let you know that Wawa and 7-Eleven are the only two acceptable gas station hot dogs.
I will give props to that guy because the Wawa hot dog is also very solid. I don't know about the 7-Eleven hot dog. The 7-Eleven hot dog is a little small for my taste.
Don't they have like the Bahama Mama or something like that there?
Yeah, they at the gas station they'll have those.
Gotcha.
But the 7-Eleven, I don't recall that. I don't get the hot dog.
Now, Wawa.
7-Eleven. Wawa has a good dog.
Not the hot dog. I wouldn't eat it. An extremely underrated soft pretzel. Great soft pretzels at Wawa.
They're cake-like. They have a little cake-like substance to them.
Yeah, big fan.
You're a big fan of the
Big
Wawa
fan of
pretzel?
the soft pretzel.
Yeah, in fact,
What do you got?
I
One?
forgot that I bought a gas station soft pretzel today.
Oh, look at you.
So along with the hot dog, gas station pretzel for my snack, which I forgot I had.
I think the soft pretzel is my favorite Philly food.
Yeah?
That's what I would put at the top of the list.
Well, I tell you, I had a Wawa chicken sandwich the other day. I wanted to try it out. They're producing the chicken sandwich now. I got to say, it wasn't bad. Now, I haven't had the Wawa pizza. I refuse to go there.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I think you got to be desperate to get pizza at Wawa.
What else do we got on?
Uncle Frank wants to let you know that Mrs. Uncle Frank makes a wonderful zucchini noodle in lieu of regular pasta with a nice gravy over it with a little bolognese.
It's not bad. I can get
great.
behind that if you're trying to keep the carbs down.
A lot of people giving out zucchini ideas here. So you've clearly upset the zucchini
Let me ask Uncle
brigade.
Frank. Excuse me as I chew my pretzel. Let me ask Uncle Frank this question. What do you taste with the zucchini bolognese? You taste the bolognese. That's my point.
Yeah. The flavor of the zucchini itself, you're correct.
Flavor of the zucchini doesn't hold up. You taste the bolognese. Now, the flavor of a pasta will hold up. And I know a lot of people go, well, I'm trying to save the carbs. Well, okay. Knock yourself out. That's why you get that spaghetti squash spaghetti. Yeah, but you got to put a cream sauce on that. What else we got on the food text line?
Still the different zucchini usage. People upset saying put it on a grill and get cultured. That was me paraphrasing a much longer message for you.
I've had it on the grill. I I grill the vegetables on the grill. They still don't hold up that well.
Better hot dog, gas station hot dog, or the hot dog at the turn at your favorite golf course?
Oh, that's a quality dog at the turn. Yeah, that Bill is the only golfer I know that won't have a hot dog at the turn.
You know why?
Why
What
is
I
that?
like to go with on a nice hot day, a cold Uncrustable.
A what?
A cold Uncrustable.
What's an Uncrustable?
You're telling me
little peanut
of
butter
all
and
the
jelly.
things you won't put in your body.
Oh, it's so good, dude. And my club also does a wrap, banana, peanut butter, and honey. They keep it in the fridge. You grab that at the
See,
turn.
it's always got to be a health thing.
So good,
It's
dude.
annoying.
So good.
So annoying with this.
It's just a better item. It's more refreshing than a hot dog on a 100-degree day while you're golfing.
A golf station or a golf course hot dog is a quality item. They never disappoint. They're always nice and fat dogs. They're nice and heated, hot, grilled.
Andy on YouTube. I hate Bill, but I do like the frozen Uncrustable. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.
I don't even know what an Uncrustable is. The peanut butter and jelly sandwich? It's a what?
Yeah, it's a peanut butter. It's like a pre-made
Pre-made.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You could buy them in the grocery store.
I'll
They come
bring
in a
them in
box.
Friday.
Yeah.
What?
You keep them in
That's
the
what
fridge.
you have at your golf course?
Well, they also have the peanut butter, banana, and honey wraps. They got chicken salad. They got hot dog. They got a whole thing. But a lot of golfers like to grab the Uncrustable. It's easy. Nice, easy.
Yeah, high class.
It's processed.
Whoa.
It's an Uncrustable.
You just ate a gas station hot dog for breakfast. Is he serious with this, Ray? It's
but
processed.
there's two levels to this. One, he's not talking about himself for process. He's talking about the fact that you won't eat so many things, but you're like, you know what? That Uncrustable, I'll put in my body.
Uncrustable.
Well, peanut butter, good item.
People
Low
are
protein.
reminding me that I once ate a Rite Aid cheesesteak.
Text line's also filled with that.
Yeah, and I'll explain that after this. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Rematch of the opener. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles get set for a rematch of the season opener in Brazil as they prepare for the Packers. Nick Sirianni met with the media on Monday, talked about how despite the fact the Eagles won that game, that the Packers are a different team now.
From game 1 to game 18, everyone's a different team. Now, obviously, there's things that are staples that have been good for them that remain the same, but, there's a lot of changes and a lot of differences.
Different team or not, the Packers will be the opponent on Sunday at 4:30 at Lincoln Financial Field. Eagles return to the practice field tomorrow. Hope to get you an update on Jalen Hurts as he attempts to return from concussion protocol. After Sirianni said he had no new information on his quarterback on Monday. Elsewhere, Joel Embiid missed last night's game as the 76ers fell 109-99 to the Suns. The Flyers return to the ice tonight against the Toronto Maple Leafs at 7 o'clock. You can hear the game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. The fully electric EQS sedan from Mercedes-Benz is innovation on a magnificent scale. Available with the epic 56-inch touch-sensitive Hyperscreen. Visit MBUSA.com/EQS. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the 76ers and the Flyers. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. People that are watching us on YouTube, I'm about to show you something here. I gotta rip our fans. Because in the fourth quarter against Dallas Cowboys, the fans tried to get clever, and they were holding up, I don't know if you can see these, they were holding up these signs, these letters. So when I look at the letters, I see Gosaquango. I see, look at it, Gosaquango. Now I'm going, what is that? What is Gosaquango? When I realized it's Go Saquon Go. But see, this guy holding the O and this guy holding the G, you got to separate. I think you got to say, the Go, this guy here has a responsibility. First of all, this first G has to move over so this O can move over. And then you got Go Saquon, and then the same thing has to separate over here. This O has to move over here. This G has to move over there. And then, or else you have Go Saquon Go.
Or hold them at different heights. That may be easier since there's other people in the seats.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's get it together.
Go Saquongo.
Let's go back to the phones. We got Bob in South Philly. Bob, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Bob.
Hey, Mike, how we doing?
What's up, Bob?
Long time no talk.
How you doing?
Hey, not bad. Look, I want to, try and draw some comparisons to our 2018 Super Bowl run. And before you call me a complete conspiracy theorist or crazy person, let me ask you 3 questions to get to the end before you judge me on the stick.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, both years, we've had question marks at the quarterback position in terms of health going into the playoffs.
Okay.
In terms of our starting quarterback, okay? Now, this year, in 2025, we have a punter on our team named Braden Mann, the backup plan. Is that true or false?
The what?
Yeah.
Braden Mann, the backup plan. Final question, 2018, who was our punter? Donnie Jones, the bag of bones. True or false, Mike?
This bag of bones guy. He used to do the bag of bones shtick way back in the day, every call. Donnie Jones, bag of bones.
Why is Braden Mann the backup?
I have no idea what he's talking about, but that's that guy that we used to call all the time. Donnie Jones, bag of bones.
What?
Yeah.
He didn't get to his third question.
I don't understand people. So sometimes you just move on. Let's go to Richard in Marsville. Richard, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Richard.
Oh, what a great lead-in.
The guy was obsessed with Donnie Jones. And he used to call out Donnie Jones, bag of bones.
So real quick, I wish I had more time. Before I get into the nuts and bolts of football, let me start with this. Bill, I don't know if you've been listening to Mike, but Mike, it's like nails on a chalkboard. For years, I hear about the intricacies and the Metagon versus Italy versus this versus that, and culinary tradition, the things that you will do, and then again, you talk about you picked up, and this is years ago. I'm like, this guy, I'm like, what in the world is he talking about? He's trolling it. There's no way he bought a Rite Aid cheesesteak. And again, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is trolling. There's no way that he's going into a gas station and grabbing a hot dog because of what. And then I'm like, well, I'm like, what is this? And then
you're right. It is a paradox. But here's the thing.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
And then we got Ray Dunn. Oh, what's that? What did you guys say? A trash truck just dumped a whole trash bin full of French fries on the sidewalk. I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. So, like free food.
Well, let me explain. Let me first of all explain me. I have a weakness for on the road food. Like when I'm on the road, I'll get a hankering for something quick.
Like you're not going to. Nope, that doesn't fly. Doesn't work.
Yeah, but first of all, the people that are frowning about the gas station hot dog have probably never had a gas station hot dog. It is a quality item. But let me explain the Rite Aid cheesesteak because that was not a quality item. Rite Aid at one point, now they're scarce, they're all going out of business. But at one point, they put in a sandwich station, just like anything else. Where you get a wrap sandwich, you go to 7-Eleven, you see the counters got the sandwiches wrapped or whatever. And so I see cheesesteak, and for the show, I thought it was important for me I go, what the hell could this be? And so I sacrificed one for the team and decided to buy the cheesesteak, and I heated it in the microwave, and it was god-awful. But it was an experimental thing.
Shocker.
But we never asked what it did to your stomach.
It didn't do very well for my stomach. I mean, it was tough, and it was gnarly, and it was, it had strings of fat. It was terrible.
Thank you for giving me a moment, guys. If I can get on football real quick, I'm actually amped up. I'm excited. I believe that the Nick Sirianni has learned from the past. I believe that he's more conservative, and the experience factor, I believe, weighs very, very, very heavily. Again, Vic Fangio's defensive scheme, I believe he has our players more prepared, and also the biggest momentum is our fans, is the fan base. I want to give a shout out real quick to the organization, though, because think about the past 15, 20 years with this organization from top to bottom, all the changes that occur in the NFL. This team always contends and always puts on a good presentation for the country itself. I love this team, man. Thank you, guys.
Oh, look at you, man. A little testimonial for the people.
And what a sweet sentiment after saying I'd eat garbage truck French fries.
Oh, he's right. I think you would.
Yeah, just sorry, because you can't have something that has under 6 grams of protein. Doesn't mean that I'm eating garbage truck French fries.
I don't know. It's a weakness. And when I'm on the road, I'll just get a hankering to eat, to snack on something. So I'll pull over. And that's usually where the fast food thing comes from, but where my Wawa stops. But in Puerto Rico, there were a lot of Burger Kings. I didn't see many McDonald's. I saw Burger King, and I got the picture right here. La Casa del Whopper is the sign on the Burger King right there.
Did you go in?
La Casa, I did not, but I sampled a Puerto Rican hot dog. Now, the people from Puerto Rico know what we're talking about here. The Puerto Rican hot dog is a nice, fat hot dog served with mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, relish, and potato sticks.
Wait, one more time. What's on it?
Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, relish, and potato sticks.
Oh, my God.
On the top.
Right.
In fact, I have a picture of it right here. There it is. You can see it right there.
You ate that, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I didn't finish it.
Yeah, I don't think I would like
There was too many condiments.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is the way they eat it in Puerto Rico. They slather it with all this stuff.
That's interesting.
I like to sample the various hot dog fare.
You sound ill, Bill.
Bill is not feeling well.
Terrible.
Bill, why don't you leave?
Yeah, I'm trying to push through.
Why don't you get out of here, Bill?
I thought he was disgusted by the hot dog.
I just feel terrible. I've had shivers the whole show.
Yeah, Bill has had a rough time. Why don't you? I'll take it the rest of the way, Bill.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
All right. Well, we're coming up against a break, so Bill's got to get in the sheets and the covers. He's got big responsibilities that are ahead of him, and we don't want him to be ill. Let's get back to the text board. Ray, you got anything on the text board to be pertinent?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, what do you got?
Once I get to the text board, we will get that. We got some people that actually wanted to educate us on the Wawa pizzas.
Yeah, I haven't sampled the Wawa pizza.
Brian B said he wouldn't sleep on it. I remember when they first started selling them. The buffalo chicken one is pretty good. And remembering when they just started, didn't they just start selling them? Isn't this something rather new?
A couple years.
Is it really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. First of all, I'm not a buffalo chicken pizza man. If you're going to order a pizza, order a pizza.
You're no specialty type pizza?
No, buffalo chickens, that's not a pizza.
I used to have that fight with Anthony. I like special.
You do? You like because you're Mexican. That's why.
That's fine.
All Italians go, when you get a pizza. Why you going to mess around with barbecue sauce and chicken?
Well, I'm not throwing the barbecue sauce on it. There's a couple of steps too far.
Okay.
Yeah. Drew from Yardley saying pizza from Wawa is not bad. Want you to try it. A lot of people checked in excited about the Rite Aid cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak?
They were very excited to hear you retell that story again.
It's not like the thing, oh my God, you kind of sure food. It wasn't like, oh my God, that looks awesome. I'm going to get it. I go, they're going to try to sell this. The least I could do is at least give it a shot so I could give it a review, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I sacrificed for the team.
Anything for content. We do have people. We had Kyle, first-time texter, check it in, saying gas stations have some of the best food. The Luke Oil at Spring Garden and Delaware Avenue in Philadelphia is the best fried chicken in the area.
Well, again, the places that had the fried. A lot of people swear by the fried chicken at these joints, but I don't go there.
I go to that Luke Oil.
Do you get the fried chicken?
No, I've only ever filled up the gas there. I've never thought to go in and get the fried chicken.
Well,
I think now for the show, I have to go there and get the fried chicken.
A lot of those gas stations do the Crown chicken, which a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it might be that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I only go there for gas. I have never really thought to go inside and get food.
Gas stations contract with the actual fried chicken joints that serve that kind of chicken. Now, that's under a hot light, so I don't go with the chicken. I don't go for anything that's under a hot light.
Best in the area, though.
Well,
that's what.
Well,
that's what Kyle said.
It's to people's taste. It's like when you get something like that, you're really hungry. You need something right away. So you have a tendency to think that it tastes better than it really does.
Fair.
610-632-0975. We're coming down the home stretch. We'll get your calls, more of your texts. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Tyrone Johnson.
How many teams in the NFL?
Tomorrow's show is usually a General Knowledge Wednesday, but I think we might postpone General Knowledge Wednesday till Thursday because Ray will be on the road to broadcast the Temple Owls at Florida Atlantic. That's tomorrow?
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. You've been in Florida a couple times in this cold weather.
Well, yeah, the whole team's been down there now since they're on winter break. They just went down there for the USF game.
Oh, they're just hanging out down there at the
they've
hotel?
had a couple days down there in Florida. I've been getting the pictures of the nice sunny beach.
Well, Florida Atlantic's a pretty good program after it was established under Dusty May.
Yeah, well, women's side, so a little different in terms of the program comparisons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dusty May and that FAU men's team was, quite good.
Yes. All right. So let's go to Al in Jersey. Al, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Al.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for taking my call. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you, Al.
I told your screener, I hope this isn't a violation, but I'm a lifelong Green Bay Packer fan here in New Jersey. I don't know if you want to be bored with why, but...
Well, where in Jersey?
Lehigh Valley. I'm right across the Delaware from Easton, Allentown area.
Yeah, see, Lehigh Valley kind of is like, it's like
Well, here's the
a la
boring part. I
carte.
don't know. Jim Ringo is in the Hall of Fame, a center.
For the
played
Packers.
for
Yeah,
center.
I remember him.
Thank God he did tie in with the Eagles also. But anyway, he's from my hometown.
Okay, I got it.
So, and I'm a kid, and the guys from my hometown playing for the
Yeah, I
Lombardi.
get it. Lehigh Valley, a la carte on your team.
But a plus, I stayed with them in the 70s and the 80s when they were terrible. Anyway, to get to the point of this coming Sunday's game, I told your screener that every game the Packers lost this year was real close to the quality teams. Detroit twice, Minnesota twice, the opener with the Eagles. And I really foresee them this time. I don't think it's going to be close. I think they're either going to finally put it together and win against a quality team, or they're going to get their butts kicked in an old-fashioned rout. And I'm leaning toward the fact that they might get their butts kicked. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong, but
I think you could. Yeah, I think you could be right.
Sorry.
If Hurts plays, I think the Eagles can win handily.
I'll give you an example of my frustration. You guys are always very critique the coaches. So the Bears game last Sunday, the Packers are going to kick the winning field goal with 56 seconds left.
Yeah, I saw it.
The guy makes a 55-yarder, but the Packers don't call a timeout until, I'm sorry, they call it too soon. The Bears didn't have any timeouts left. They kicked the ball with 50-some seconds left. They didn't run the clock down.
Yeah, who kicked that field goal, by the way?
McManus.
McManus. Let's get it straight. He's from Temple University.
That's right. He's a Philly boy.
That's right. Brandon McManus with the kick. Line driver, too.
I had to take
So
all
I got to be honest with you, I wasn't seeing that at all. Because he was a Denver kicker for so long. In that cold weather, for him to drill a 55-yarder was a miracle.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah.
The fact that those two kicks, both with the game on the line, were both good.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising.
Santos comes back with one. Mitch in Phoenix. Oh, Mitch. Mitchie. Hello, Mitch.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, peachy.
Listen, when it comes to hot dogs, it's not the place that you get the hot dog. It's what brand of hot dog they use.
Where are you at? Are you at the pool?
No, I'm at Chili's.
They called me from Chili's. All right. I get it.
Yeah.
No, I get it. But you're not going to know what the brand of hot dog is at a gas station.
Oh, you could ask.
I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to go in and grab one.
Well, you grab it from the gas station. I'll avoid it. Anyway, getting back to the second team, or going to the second team in Philadelphia, which would be the 76ers.
Uh-huh.
This guy, and maybe I'm a little off on the pronunciation, Cal, he's a guard.
Who?
Cowtin, something like that.
Oh, Jeff Dalton?
Yeah, where did they get this absolutely horrible player?
I don't know. He went to Old Dominion or somewhere, one of those schools like that.
And you mean to tell me that's the best the Sixers can bring onto the team when they have some people that are out and they need to fill in?
Yeah, they're very shy of talent on the bench.
Very shy of talent.
Yes.
And the two old men that they brought in for this year, they combined with this guy Calton for 0 points last night.
Dalton is his name. No, I haven't already used my rips on Jeff Dalton. I couldn't believe they played him in 20 minutes in one game. I'm going, come on, man. But see, I got bigger fish to fry. And again, it's like one of these things that people don't even feel anymore. Joel Embiid with a day's rest doesn't play last night against the Phoenix Suns. Doesn't play. Phoenix Suns. Oh, all right. Whatever. Nobody cares.
Is Mitch at a club?
He
said Chili's?
He said Chili's.
What Chili's sounds like that?
It might be a kid's party going on. Jimmy in Germantown. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Jimmy.
Mikey Miss, what's up, Rudy?
What's happening, buddy?
I can't complain. I was just telling your producer, you mentioned the Luke oil, or your partner mentioned the Luke oil with the fried chicken.
Yeah.
The chick I used to deal with, bro, on a late night she worked at the casino, she used to bring the fried chicken back. It slapped. He's not lying.
My life is forever changed by today's events.
Bro, it's some damn good fried chicken. And
people tell me that, but see, I got the heat lamp takes me away from it. You know what I'm saying? I can't go with the heat lamp.
To be honest with you, I don't know if it was heat lamp or not by the time they got to me. All I know is that it was good.
All right, I got you.
Another thing, it's a violation to eat a gas station hot dog.
No, it is not. It is not a violation. I'm telling you, it's an underrated item.
It's a violation because I had a partner. We used to drive a truck, and every time we would be up, what's that, Route 1 up there by the boulevard as you crossing in the Langhorne, he would always get these damn hot dogs, but he always got to go to the bathroom by the first stop.
No, man, I'm telling you, this is an underrated item. You go in there, they're on the rollers. They got a nice char on them a little, you put... I will complain about one thing. The rolls that they have, and they wrap them in the cellophane, too. They're a little stale.
Them rolls be trash. And
the rolls are stale.
I think you got to be a fat ass to ask what kind of brand
I know. I know. What kind of brand? It's a commercial brand. We get them delivered by the truckload. What do you want from me? What are they, Phillies Franks from Hatfield?
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, I hear you.
I go back to the stadium this weekend, Mikey Miss. I will be out there for that Packers game.
I hope you're rooting for number one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And listen, I was telling your producer, if we can't get number one, I like Tanner. I don't know too much about Kenny Pickett. He's prone to throw a pick.
Jimmy, come on now. Now listen, you sound like a nice guy. You had some good content in your call. Don't give me Tanner McKee's beating the Packers. Come on now.
No, it won't happen like that. It'll have to be Jordan Love and them don't show up.
Yeah.
If Jalen doesn't play.
I'm glad you qualified it because Tanner McKee ain't beating no Packers. Sorry. What do you have against Tanner McKee? I got nothing against Tanner McKee. You're not going to tell me that a guy who started against the second team of the New York Giants in a meaningless game is going to all of a sudden tee it up and beat the Packers in the playoffs. That's disrespectful to the Packers.
Hypothetical world. Malik Willis, Tanner McKee, your matchup wild card weekend. Who wins?
There's no way that Jordan Love's not playing in that game.
No, I told you, I'm not worried. I'm just saying if we wanted to go back up quarterbacks both sides.
All right, Dave in Hatboro, last caller today. Davey? Hello, Dave.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Doing well. How you doing?
Good.
I want to talk about Jalen Hurts' readiness.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will get a showing like we got in California for one quarter, and then he'll turn it on.
Yeah, he'd be rusty, you're saying, in the first quarter. And then, boom, they'll find their shot. I kind of feel the same way.
He is a cheat code.
Yeah, there's no question. Home crowd, he hasn't played in a while. The rust will get knocked off early on. Maybe they'll be conservative with him. And then he'll find A.J. Brown on the slant, and that'll open things up.
You know how Love's elbow is?
Who?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, his elbow. I think they're playing possum. I think he's fine. I think he's still banged up, but it's not going to keep him from playing.
All right.
Yeah. Now, will that hurt the Packers? No, it probably will. If he's not 100%, it'll hurt him.
Then the pass rush will be more incentive to come at him.
Yeah, they usually don't get aggressive on him, so the front four is going to have to take care of it. I don't think they're going to scheme to get on him.
Now, with the gas station hot dogs, right? I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Did you ever have a wizard finger?
No. What is that?
Is when the gas station roller, it's been on for 6 hours. It looks like a shriveled up.
No, see, I don't go there. That's a Seinfeld episode where they had the movie hot dog, and it was the last hot dog. It was all wrinkled. I don't go for it. Like, if the hot dog roller has wrinkled hot dog, I'm out. All right, so I'm not desperate to have a hot dog. It's got to be appetizing on that roller, right?
Yeah, no. I've never hit that level of desperation.
Yeah. All right, it's time for closing arguments.
Now, closing arguments on the Mike Missanelli Show. Brought to you by Lowenthal and Abrams Injury Attorneys. Injured in an accident, call 800-876-LAWYER or visit LowenthalAbrams.com.
All righty, Bill had to get out of here early to nurse his illness that he's got going on. Hopefully he'll be okay by tomorrow, and hopefully he's okay now with the clock on his wife getting ready to deliver. So it's my closing argument today, and my closing argument, unfortunately, is probably not going to be received well by people because I'm nervous. I am nervous about this concussion protocol with Jalen Hurts, and I know a lot of people just want to, kind of whisk it away. But to me, if they're still going through this concussion protocol, that still means he's not right. And maybe by Thursday he will be right. We won't have any worries. But this is taking a really long time, and they're really tight-lipped about it. And I don't trust people, even people around the team, that say, well, there's no worry. Well, there's no worry because the Eagles really control that message. They don't want anybody worried about this. And the only thing I can think of is they're being curt because it's some flimsy rationale to get the Packers to prepare for not one, not two, but three quarterbacks. And to me, that's kind of Harry High Schoolish. I don't think that any team would be bothered by the fact that they would have to prepare for two backups because there's not really much to prepare for when it comes to Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee. So hopefully by Thursday we get the answer to this whole thing. Jalen Hurts is going to play. Everything is golden. The line stays at 4.5, which is a decided Eagle line. And after this game, we talk about round 2 and who they might play, whether it be the Rams or whether it be the Vikings or whether it be whoever. Okay. Sorry to give you that worry as we go into the night. Have a great rest of the night. Ray, have a good flight down there to Florida and have a good game with the Temple University Owls.
I will try my best.
All right. Tomorrow, hopefully Bill will be here. If not, we'll have a lot of fun. Have a great rest of the night, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.